to discuss it with than Mick Mulvaney, former chief of staff to former President Trump. Let's take it from the top, Mick, and talk about taxes first, because basically this is an about-face, undoing everything that President Trump did to fuel the economic engine, which we know pre-COVID and post-COVID actually really worked. So you've essentially got a situation where we've got trillions in spending. They're going to try to tax the rich. They can't get enough there, so they're going to have to print money, and inflation is going to run rampant. That's how I see this.
And you're not wrong. By the way, thanks for having me, Jackie. Keep in mind, these tax increases, they don't cover the costs, but they were never designed to. If you actually look at the paperwork that's circulating around Washington, D.C., lobbyists have put out a bunch of it, what you'll find is that the tax increases aren't designed to cover the whole $3.5 trillion, if that is the right amount. The largest single savings comes from the way we change buying prescription drugs. That's about $700 billion, and another $600 billion just magically appears through economic growth that will supposedly come by spending all of this money. So even taking the Democrats at face value, the tax increases were never meant to pay for it, because it's not about paying for it. It's about social policy.
Okay.
It's about taxing the rich and about putting in place Democrat policies that discourage wealth building, because that's what they promised people they would do if they won the election.
All right, so you're kind of hitting the point that I want to make next, which is so important. Those policies, the social policies, the spending. We know there's not enough Warren Buffett's, Jeff Bezos types in this country to pay for it. So educate Americans for me. Break it down. We're not going to see the effect of this tomorrow. But what happens as we go left, more on the spectrum with these policies down the line?
It's hard to say, Jack. It's a great question, and a question that I think lots of people are asking, and there's no real good answer yet because we haven't seen the legislation. Keep in mind, this is the party, the Democrat Party. In fact, it was Nancy Pelosi who gave us the Affordable Care Act, said we have to vote for it to know what's in it. We have seen ideas on paper, 4 pages. It's my understanding that the bill may run as long as 10,000 pages, may not get a public hearing, and be voted on very quickly. One of the reasons you saw my former colleague Jim Clyburn say, let's ignore the numbers, is that they really don't want to talk about the details. Legislation like this gets less popular the more people know about it, so they're going to try and rush this through. So you ask me, what's it going to look like in 5 years? I tell you, I don't know.
You don't know how bad it could possibly be in the 10,000 pages. I hear you on that. Wall Street Journal today, talking about inflation, talking about the fact that it's eroding any increase that some Americans are seeing in their paychecks. People are really struggling out there to pay for gas, for example, up more than 40% year over year. Meat prices are up substantially. Even if you say that this is transitory, but it's going to last another 16 months, that's a real 16 months for American people.
It is, and essentially what the Democrats have done is forced a $15 an hour minimum wage, but it only buys $12 an hour worth of stuff. That's what inflation does. It's a tax on the poor, a tax on the middle class, and a really nasty tax on the elderly and the retired. Everybody that Democrats say they are out to help. Again, this is not about economics. If it were, you'd see them doing what Donald Trump done, trying to restrict the growth of government, restrict regulation, restrict taxes. This is not about economics. It's about getting their policies in place. That means taxing the rich, growing the government, getting more control while they go off and do things like go to parties.
Yeah, well, speaking of parties, let's spend the last moment that we have together on that. AOC last night at the Met Gala, thousands of dollars per head at this event, and she's wearing a dress that says tax the rich. Now, Hillary pointed out that, New York officials are often invited to these events, and I'm not saying anything about that, but this is a problem, a time rather, when the country has a lot of problems to face, and you look at her there smiling and laughing and wearing that dress. And I also think back to a time where Melania Trump wore a jacket with messaging on it. I don't know if you recall, but it said, "Ask me if I care." And the media went crazy that she was trying to make this statement and she was attacking people. Nobody's saying anything about this. They think it's funny.
Well, let me do part of that for you, because you don't ignore the fact that this was a $30,000 a seat ticket. And I get the fact that a lot of lawmakers may have been invited. But if you accept that invitation, you have to disclose that. And it's a gift of $30,000. And my guess is there's a lot of folks on the ethics committee right now in Washington, D.C., looking to see how she reports that. So at the micro level, this is an issue and should be explored. At the macro level, though, what you're saying, Jack, is exactly what you expect. Liberal elites have done this throughout the centuries. The Soviet leaders dined on foie gras and caviar, while the Soviet people starved to death. It's do as I say, not as I do. Let me go to the fancy parties, and as long as I'm representing your interests, you won't care. It's elitism as its worst. I'm glad she did it because it sort of pulls the veil back off of what this movement is all about. and I hope it does get the attention it deserves.
It is the hypocrisy that we talk about all the time. Mick Mulvaney, great to see you. Thanks for your time tonight.